What's up, everybody? It is day 48 of being homeless. Today is my job interview today, and if I'm being honest with you, I'm not even excited. I mean, how can I be excited? Because you never know if someone's gonna hire you or not. You can do all the proper things, say the proper things, wear the proper things, and try to answer the questions correctly, and you just never know if the person doesn't like you or has a bias towards you or whatever, anything. You don't know what kind of day the person had. Maybe they're in the mood that they don't want to hire anybody today, or maybe if say it's a female interviewer, maybe she had a fight with her husband or boyfriend today, so she's really man-hatey today, and so she's not going to hire any man, or even a male interview, and he had a fight with his girlfriend or wife today, and he's not like women. When humans are hiring humans, there's going to be bias and stuff, and so I can't even be excited. If it was my first day of work, then I'd be excited, because then I'd be like, okay, well, at least I'm going to go and earn money. But I really hate it, because I've done this so many times, to where, apply for a job, get an interview, try to dress nice. I mean, I even have brand new clothes, try to dress nice, and I've shaved before, got a haircut, I've done everything before. You still don't get the job, or still don't even get a second interview, nothing, It's like today, I don't even know. It's like, should I shave my beard or not? Maybe I'll look more adult if I don't shave my beard, or should I shave my beard? It's these dumb decisions, do they want someone who's more clean cut, or will being clean cut make me look too much like a kid? Like, maybe I'll look too not unprofessional, what's the word, like inexperienced, so it's just frustrating. It's just really frustrating, and we're just so low on money, don't know what to do. It's like, I don't know. I tell my girlfriend all the time, it's like, I can't force someone to hire me. That's my biggest frustration. It's like, they don't always hire the most qualified candidate, or the most experienced candidate, or, I mean, it wouldn't be fair if you just always hire the more experienced person, then people with inexperience would never get jobs. That would be unfair, So there is no perfect system. There is really not. But it just sucks, because it's like, you want to work, and you just can't force people to hire you. So it's desert. A lot of desert. Hotel, gas station, freeways up that way, roads up that way, more desert, mountain, desert. Those aren't even mountains, those are just hills. I guess if you're from Florida or some other flat place, you'd be like, oh yeah, that's definitely a mountain. It's because they don't have any mountains. But yeah, no, it's not a mountain. It's just a little hill, maybe like a couple hundred feet, maybe like 300-400 feet high. That's about it. Let's see if I see an actual. See, now that's a mountain over there. That's probably a good, gosh, I don't know, 8,000 feet high. That's a mountain right there. Snow-capped mountain in Southern California. I told you guys, it's starting to cool down in Southern California, even in the mountains. Well, it's been cool in the mountains probably for a month or two, but I think I just started getting snow within like a week or two ago, maybe. Or maybe I just noticed a week or two ago. There's one way over there to the right. I don't know which one is higher. And then actually on the other side of this hill, if I could look in the distance, there's a mountain that's even higher, probably like 10,000 feet. That one definitely has snow on top. I think the tallest mountain in California is Mount Whitney. Is that what it is? I think that's what it's called, Mount Whitney. I mean, anybody could look it up on Google. What's the highest, tallest mountain in California? I think it's called Mount Whitney. About 14,000 feet, something like that. Oh man, I need to watch out where I'm going. I could have walked over a little cliff right here. Speaking of hills and stuff, so I'm on a hill myself. So that's a good, I don't know, 50 feet down right there. Oh, somebody's vehicle's down there. You know, it's really interesting to me because this is obviously desert, but look at all those trees right there. This is really uncommon in Southern California deserts. There's all kinds of trees right there. That generally means there's some kind of water source over there. So that's kind of odd. Yeah, there's like a ton of trees. You know, that's very unusual. I don't think those are artificially planted. I think those are like natural trees. There's some kind of factory over there. Maybe that factory, part of its what do you call that? It's waste. Maybe it has like wastewater or something, and they dump it in the ground, and that's, you know, the trees use that to grow or something. I don't know, but it's really like, if you go out in the desert in Southern California, you don't see trees like this. It's normally like this other bush. It's like this. This is normal. These little bushes and stuff like that. So you don't see any trees over here. It's bushes. But there's really big trees. You just never see that. So yeah, there's got to be some underground water or something like that. And it doesn't rain a lot right here. I don't know. It is a little bit lower elevation, so we're about 2,600 feet right now. That's obviously a little bit lower, like I said, about 50 feet lower. But yeah, so we're about 2,600 feet, maybe 2,500 feet at its lowest point down there. Whatever that is in meters or kilometers or centimeters, whatever everybody else uses in the world. Kilograms, whatever you call it. But yeah, I don't know. That's really weird, and it's really green over there. I don't know if you guys could see it, but in the distance over there's a big green patch, and I don't see anybody doing any natural water. I mean, unnatural watering. Like there's no businesses, or there'd be no reason to water it. So yeah, those got to be natural trees. Just so weird, huh? Anyways, so yeah, look at all that junk down there. Do you guys want to walk over there, see what that's about? There's a lot of trash and junk. There's a lot of homeless people because we're out here in the desert. We're about, well, I kind of don't want to tell you my exact location. A bunch of crazy people out there, but we're in the desert. We're in Southern California in the desert. I will tell you, we're about 150 miles east of Los Angeles, and about, I don't know, maybe 50 to 100 miles north of Los Angeles, roundabout. Well, it's like a homeless encampment, huh? Man, that's legit, man. I don't want to get too close because there might be people in there. Wow. Yeah, I definitely don't want to disturb somebody's house or anything. So anyway, that could be me very shortly if I don't get this job, or even if I do get this job, money's not going to come fast enough, you know? It sucks, man. There's a lot of homelessness in California, that's for certain. It's one of the higher homelessness states. People often wonder why is there so much homelessness in California? Well, one, obviously, the prices are really high. You know, it's like almost impossible to find rent, say less than $1,000. And even that, maybe out in the middle of the desert somewhere, you could find one for like $800 a month. I mean, like a shack, a literal shack for like $800 a month. Whereas if you go to, like, say, Mississippi, probably $800 a month to get you maybe at least a 1-bedroom or 2-bedroom, maybe, I don't know. Even anywhere in the United States is expensive. $800 in Mexico, man, you can probably get a really nice, $800 a month in Mexico, you can probably get a really nice place. Anyhow, so that's one reason. It's really expensive in California. Two, there's just a lot of people in California. So even if you do a small percentage, like say one in 1,000 people are homeless, right? And there's 40 million people. What is that? Somebody's got a calculator on them right now. It's 1 in 1,000. There's 1,000 thousands in a million. So that's 1,000 people per million times 40 million. That's 40. It'd be 40,000 people at 1 in 1,000. One homeless person per 1,000 people. I think it's more than that, because there's definitely more than 40,000 homeless people. So yeah, so there's more than 1 in 1,000. Right? Is my math right on that? So 1 out of 1,000. So a million is 1,000. 40 million, yeah, 40,000, yeah. And there's more than that. I think there's like a few 100,000. So anyhow, so there's a lot of people, and so even if the percentage is low, like I said, 1 in 1,000, or even 1 in 10,000, it would still be quite a bit of homeless people, you know. And another big factor, another thing that nobody ever talks about, is the climate. If you notice, you look at the homeless stats in the United States, for example, probably any country, but it's usually, if not always, highest in states that have the best weather. Like Hawaii has a really high homeless rate, California, especially Southern California, you know, San Diego, Los Angeles, all the coastal states, you know, they all have a higher homeless population because it's not extreme temperature year round. Like, you don't hear a lot of homeless in, say, I don't know, Greenland, for example, right? Forget United States for a second. Say Greenland, because it gets too freezing cold. You can't be outside sleeping in the bushes and you've seen that homeless encampment. You can't do that in Greenland. You'd freeze to death, like 10 months out of the year. So it just creates better climate to sleep outside. You know, it's easier to be homeless when it's like, say, in San Diego, California, for example. Pretty moderate climate. It gets in San Diego, probably gets like your average low, and even in the winter, maybe 40 degrees Fahrenheit, maybe 30 degrees Fahrenheit on a really cold night, which is rare. Still high humidity though, because it's by the ocean. But say 40 degrees Fahrenheit to say around 100 degrees Fahrenheit, you know, even in the height of the summer, you know, that's bearable for living outside. You know, during the day it gets sunny, warm for the most of the year. Like 10 months out of the year it gets sunny and at least kind of warm during the year. I mean, there's a lot of homeless at the beach where like it rarely gets very cold. So yeah, so that's another reason. That's another thing that people don't talk about. It's just easier to be homeless in climates that are more moderate. Whereas, you know, say in was it Barrow, Alaska, the most northern town in the United States, Barrow, Alaska, way up north. It's freezing cold, like all the time. Can't be homeless out there. Can't, you know, even like I'm walking around, you can't walk around. It's freaking freezing cold, you know, let alone sleeping outside or something. You can't do it. Yeah, so yeah, if you look up, like I said, if you look up homelessness in the United States, it's generally in places that have more moderate climates. Not a lot of homeless in, say, Montana, or like I said, Alaska, or, you know, it's more of in Oregon where the temperature is kind of nice year round. Probably, you know, it's rainy and stuff in Oregon, but still kind of nice, you know. But yeah, definitely along the California coast, it's nice year round. Even San Francisco, it gets a little bit cooler in San Francisco than, say, like San Diego or LA, but still it's nice if you know, or not horrible. You're sleeping outside, you know. You don't see a lot of like negative temperatures in California. You don't see negative 20, 30, 40, 50 like you do in Montana, Wyoming, Alaska, stuff like that. You know, like I said, during the winter months you can't be homeless outside and that, so you go to places where it's more moderate, especially in Hawaii. Probably ranges like from 50 to 90 all year round. You know, that's why there's so many homeless. Anyways, day 48 of being homeless. Tell you guys tomorrow what happens with the job. Actually, I might not be able to tell you anything. They might just be like, she might just be like, oh, well, I'll let you know. So, well, I'll let you guys know. Day 48.